7.4, I can find measures of similar polygons. And it says if two polygons are similar, then their corresponding angles are congruent. So the angles will be the same on similar polygons, and their corresponding sides are proportional. So their corresponding sides are not the same, but when we set up two ratios, the ratios will be equal. So we have to determine whether rectangle HJKL is similar to rectangle MNPQ. It's very important that we use the corresponding parts of the rectangle. So I use the 10 with the 7, and I use the 6 with the 3. And we're going to set up a ratio for each side, so each set of corresponding sides. I like to do big over small just so I always keep track and always do big over small. So I do the big rectangle, the long side is 10. The small rectangle, the long side is 7 units. Then I'm going to do the corresponding short sides. So the big rectangle we have a 6, the small rectangle we have a 3. Are those two ratios equal? I don't even know what 10 over 7 is, but I know it's going to be some weird decimal, and I know 6 over 3 is 2. And this one is for sure not 2. So these are not equal. So these are not similar because the ratios are not equal. The side lengths are not proportional. Okay, these ones are similar, so we're going to use proportions to find the missing sides. Again, I always do big over small. So if I choose to use the 8 on the big triangle, which side goes with that on the small triangle? 4. Big over small equals x on the big triangle goes with 2.6 on the small triangle. And I can cross multiply. 4 times x is 4x. 8 times 2.6, I'll have to use my calculator, is 20.8. Then I'll divide by 4. So x is 5.2 units. And then we'll do number 2. Again, I always do big over small. If I start with a 6.5 on the big rectangle, I have to use the x on the small rectangle because those sides correspond. And then if I do 2.6 on the big rectangle, I have to use the 1.8 on the small rectangle because those sides correspond. And then I'll cross multiply. So I have 2.6 times x is 2.6x. Then I have to do 6.5 times 1.8, and I get 11.7. And then we divide both sides by 2.6. So I get 1x is equal to 4.5. Oops, sorry, you can't even see. So the part you couldn't see was we divided by 2.6 on both sides and got 1x equals 4.5 units. So I didn't tell you what to submit for this video, so for this video I need you to submit how can we tell if two polygons are similar. So back what we did up here, how can you tell if the two polygons are similar?